Chan-wook Park's Oldboy was a revelation. A middle point in the Vengeance trilogy, this standalone story encapsulated everything that worked about Hallyu cinema and was able to capture the attention of audiences with well thought out themes of Confucian values and, like Hallyu films to this day, show contemporary perspectives on capitalism through an introspective use of vertical space in the narrative. I mention in my essay the verticality of classism in films. Korean cinema and three of its standout films share a certain feature of height as a representation of wealth. In Parasite, Bong Joon-ho made it obvious through the stairs when characters were moving up or down the wealth ladder. He took inspiration from a 1960 production called The Housemaid, in which the stairs played a role in depicting wealth, as multi-story household in the 60s only belonged to the upper class. In this film, the evil handmaiden kills the family in a third-act bloodbath, sending them tumbling down the stairs. In Parasite, Joon-ho takes this a step further by commenting on those even lower than the lower class, and depicts those at the bottom scrambling to move ahead by standing on one another. Ouch. Oldboy also makes a point of this, with the rich villain that Odesu battles living at the top of a penthouse is contrasted by this battle in a subterranean complex against a bunch of lower class minions. Some critics like The Observer's Rex Reed called Oldboy as pointless as it was shocking. However, others believe the film is a commentary on Korea's economic crisis, in which export policy was changed so corporations made millions, and none of this wealth trickled down to laborers, creating huge frustration in Korea's workforce. The film depicts Odesu as a middle-class citizen, entrapped for 15 years in an apartment with poor food and just a TV to keep him company. After training for that entire time shadowboxing in his room, the once pudgy drunk becomes a bastion of masculinity and strength. The audience and Daisu spend the film watching him enact what they believe is justice upon his wealthy upper-class captor, by pulling teeth out of criminals and murdering minions with a hammer. The twist at the end, however, reveals that the upper class was in control the whole time. The American-educated Woo Jin asks, "How did you find your life in the wider prison?" I highly recommend Oldboy, a truly grim film that had me squirm once or twice. The final reveal of the mustache-twirling villain's plan is a disturbing one, and the act of Odesu offering his own tongue to him is a reference to Confucian philosophy with filial cannibalism, where a child will offer a parent flesh as penance. The commentary of classism in Oldboy is the idea that acting against authority, even with violent agency, is incapable of changing power structures. Kind of pessimistic. And as an extension of that, verticality is used within the films to display wealth disparity. Whether it's a penthouse or just living up a hill, the wealthy maintain a physical place in high society, and it's satisfying as an audience to watch their downfall.